Okay, hi all. Good morning and good evening. Thanks a lot for joining. Welcome to the SQL demo class today. Myself, Mohammed Tanveer Khan. I'm also known as Khan Sir. I have around 15 years of experience in the IT industry, working mainly on data-related projects, and I have worked as data analyst and data engineer for different companies. So this is the SQL class today, and uh, this is the syllabus which I'll be covering in this course. This will be purely from scratch, and this is the uh, timetable. Like the classes will be conducted Monday to Friday, morning 7 to 8 a.m. IST. Okay, duration will be approx 40 to 45 hours. That is approx, I think, 4 to 5 weeks. Or maybe it can go to 6 weeks as well, which purely depends on the interaction. This is a live class, an interactive class. You have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. And I strongly recommend everyone to make the session interactive and ask question. Don't hesitate in asking question and don't wait for the end. Okay, once the class is over, then I will ask. You have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. Okay. And this is the course fees. And these are the target audience for this course. Okay, so those who are preparing for data analyst or data engineer, SQL or retail developer, or if you're working into the business intelligence as a Power BI developer or Tableau developer, or business analyst or retail or database tester, like SQL is a mandatory skill which you should know. So these are the target audience. Okay, and I have told you like this is the timetable, the schedule of the class. After each and every class, the recording will be shared with you. Assignments will be shared with you. Total, we will be sharing approx 250 assignment question during this course. And whenever you are struck somewhere in the question, you can ask me during the class. Okay. And coming to the syllabus, we will start from scratch. I will assume that nobody knows SQL, so I will start from scratch, like how to create table, how to insert data, what is the table, why we need to create a table, why we are learning SQL. Okay. So we will start
Yeah,
from scratch. Yeah, any question? Okay, fine. So then slowly we will move to the advanced topic like aggregate functions, the different constraints. This comparison operators and the logical operators are the basic topics. So then we'll proceed further with the advanced concept like joins. Okay, this is wrongly mapped. This is not under set operators. This is under subquery. We will edit it. So then set operators like sorry, minus, intersect, union, all, union,
Sir,
all those things.
sir, this side Sasank. Hello, sir.
Shashank, yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Cuttack, Odisha. Sir, I am a non-techie, but I
Uh,
am interested for the data
mhm,
analyst course. Is
mhm.
it advisable for me to go for the Python and part of SQL?
See, I will strongly recommend everyone these days in IT industry, SQL and Python, both are like bread and butter. Okay. The job profiles which I
Yeah,
have mentioned here, for all these job profiles, apart from SQL, Python is also needed. So just to quickly answer your
yeah.
question, yes, SQL and Python both are very important these days if you're working in IT industry on any data related job profile. Okay. Or whatever
Sir,
job
sir, one
profile.
more question. Sir,
Hmm.
one more question very precisely.
Hmm.
Sir, I'm a
Hmm.
non-techie and having 40 years of experience. I'm basically
Hmm.
84 batch MBA. After my
Hmm.
retirement, I am dreaming for the freelancing courses in data analyst. But I
Hmm.
found, sir, the Python, whatever I have collected, SQL is the major part of the Python. It seems
Hmm.
very mathematical, sir. Can you just clear my doubts whether I can cope up with the course content or not?
See, if you're talking about Python or SQL, so see, you go for any
Uh,
programming language or query language. Of course, mathematics is there because everything is all about logic building. But it's not that much mathematic oriented that you have to learn mathematics. No. And whatever I'll be covering in this sequel, I'm not talking about Python now because today we have the demo class of SQL. So whatever I'll be covering, I'll start from scratch. That's what I told you. Even if you don't know anything about SQL or a programming world, that is fine. No prerequisite is needed. Okay. So maybe if you have any
Sir,
question related to Python, Sasank, you can connect with us on our personal window. You can ping me and we can discuss further. Okay. So today I want to stay
thank you,
focused
sir.
on
Thank you.
SQL only. Okay. No problem. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you.
Sure, sure, sure. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, so then we will be covering the window functions. So this is also a very important topic. Generally, questions are asked in interview from this, and then I told you what to join. So all these topics will be covered. And then I have a set of approx 40. We have mentioned 36 questions, but we have 40 uh, conceptual questions. Generally, questions are asked in interview from this. So all those things will be covered in the class. Okay. So I think I have covered about the class schedule, timetable, fees, format, the target audience. So before you start the class, and see everything, whatever I'll be covering in this course, that will be based on the real-time project on which I have worked. So nothing will be hypothetical or theoretical. I don't have any PPT. I will just go through the PPT and I will give you the theoretical stuff. Whatever I'll be teaching you in this class, everything will be practical. Directly, I will show you from the database perspective. Okay, so that's why I strongly recommend, and I'm repeating it. Make the session interactive. Never hesitate. Ask question. Okay, and SQL, like I told, like SQL and Python, they both are like bread and butter these days in IT industry. If you want to excel or survive in the IT industry, you must know both. And here I will not be only covering, I will write a query and I will show you okay, how this query is getting executed. As for example, see, this is the workbook of my previous batch, that is S41. Okay, so here like each and every day, whatever we'll be covering, so I'll be explaining that on an Excel sheet. So you see, like on 26th November, I executed this query and I got suppose this output. So how this output we are getting from the backend? Okay. So whatever I'll be teaching you queries, if I'm running a query and if I'm getting any output, how we are getting that output at the backend, what is happening? Suppose I executed this query, I'm getting this output. So what is happening at the SQL engine, right? At the backend that I'm getting this query. That's the most important thing which you have to learn in this course. That the backend, how the SQL
Sir,
engine is executing your query.
sir,
Yeah. Hmm.
sir, I have one doubt, sir. After complete these
Yes,
classes,
Nagar. Mhm.
we revision these classes. Any website like your
We will
website?
be sharing, Nagaraju, we will be sharing recording after each and every class. Okay, so in case if you
Yeah,
have any
okay,
doubt, you can go through the recording and you can ask the
okay.
questions in the next class as well. Or in case you missed any class, so then as well you will be getting the recording. So like class timing is 7 to 8. So I think by 9 daily you will be getting the recordings as well. Okay, and in case if you
Yeah,
have any
okay.
question, any doubt, then you can ask me in the next
Only
class.
no, sir. Only morning 7 to 8. Only one
Only
hour
morning.
per day.
Only
Yeah,
1 hour. The reason is earlier we used to have 2 hours, 7 to 9, but in the morning
okay.
many folks they have official time, they have to travel and all those things. And that is why we have
Yeah, yeah, okay,
reduced the timing and we have kept it 7 to 8.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir. Yeah,
And see, and again, one more reason is it's not all about attending the classes, but you have to work on the assignments as well, right? So that's the
yeah,
reason.
yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. Ankit is asking, I'm doing BCom, can I do data analyst course? So yes, Ankit, why not? Nowadays, actually, the things has changed a lot. Earlier, I remember, like, I joined IT industry in 2011, and at that time, I was with Infosys. So at that time, like the companies, the IT industry, mostly they prefer those candidates who has done BTech or MTech or MCA. But now things have changed a lot. So now even a BCA, MCA, BCom, or BBA candidates, MBA, they can apply. Okay. The only thing is you have to crack the interview. And whatever I'll be covering in this course, I told you earlier as well that I'll be giving you real-time examples. Suppose if you're studying, we're discussing joins. So what is the application of joins in project? Why we're studying joins? Where that is implemented in the project? The data which we will fetch from joins, how that will help the stakeholders. So same thing when you will explain in interview. So the interviewer will trust you. Okay, oh, If someone knows in this in depth about joins or the window function, he or she must have worked in the project. So that's what many times my students, I have recommended them, like suppose 5 years, 4 years, if you have worked in the non-technical side or the support side or the talent acquisition side, or maybe into the HR role, and you want to switch into the technical role. So whatever like 4, 5 years or 6 years, whatever you have worked in the non-technical role, during an interview, you have to tell that no, I have worked as a data analyst or data engineer. Okay. But for that, you see, what interviewers want from you, they expect that I want a candidate who has really worked in the project. Now, how you will convince? So when you're answering the questions, you have to showcase your answers with the examples of project. Suppose if they're asking, okay, explain me about rank dense rank. There's a concept of rank dense rank in SQL syllabus. Okay, you can find it here, ranked and rank. At the same time, while explaining, you can tell them that I have used rank to find the highest revenue department wise. Okay, or the highest the location where we have the max where we are earning the maximum revenue for a particular quarter. And if you're able to write the query, so interviewer will trust you. Okay, oh, if someone can write this query and he or she knows where to use rank, he must have worked in the project, right? So that is whatever I'll be covering in this course, all these topics. I'll be giving the example of real-time projects as well, each and every topic. Okay, like if I'm teaching you order by, I will tell you where this is used. Like many a times when you have filled any online form. So sorry, there you will see that if they will ask you about your nationality, right? And when you will click on that option, you will get different country name, and those will be in ascending order. But many a times, those who are from India, so when you fill those forms and when you will click on that country option, you will see India will be at the top and the remaining countries will be in the ascending order, right? So how you can code it. So I will show you those examples here, how you can write a query so that the each and every country should be in ascending order, but India should be at the top or any other country should be at the top. So if you know these examples and you can fit each and every keyword, what I'll be covering here with a real-time project, and if you're able to explain that to the interviewer, they will trust you. Yo, this guy has worked, and then you can apply for data analyst. But see, for data analyst job profile, I'm not telling you only SQL will suffice. Apart from SQL, you should know Python, you should know Power BI, you should know Excel as well. Okay. Similarly, those who are preparing for data engineer, apart from SQL, you should know Python and you should know any cloud platform, let's say AWS, Azure, or GCP. Okay, so if I have written here target audience, I'm not telling you only SQL will help you to crack these job profiles. Okay, but I'm telling SQL is one of the important skill set which you should know if you want to work in any of the job profiles. Or do one thing, open Naukri.com or open LinkedIn and check any job profile which is related to data. I can challenge you, you will see they will ask for SQL. It's a mandatory skill. You cannot survive in the IT industry without SQL. Or rather, I should tell SQL and Python both. These two are the deadly combination these days in the IT industry. And don't go by what I'm telling. You search it online, check on the different job portals. Okay. So fine then. I think I have covered about the basics, the syllabus, schedule, and all those things. Do you have any question, or do you or your expectations, why you want to join this course, or you have any other question regarding the timetable, schedule, or syllabus, or any career guidance question you have? Please go ahead. Okay, so Ankit is asking,
सर
sir,
मैं
can
एक
you
डाउट
please
पूछ
report?
सकता है
Ah, yeah, yeah. Please go ahead, Satish.
हाँ
Sorry,
सर
sorry, Satish. Satish, I'm very sorry. Just a minute, Satish. Just 1 minute. Okay. The class will be purely in English. Okay. But if you have any question and if you want to ask in Hindi, you can ask in Hindi, but I'll be replying in English only. So English will be the only mode of communication. Yeah, Satish, please go ahead. You can ask question in any language
सर
as well.
सर मैं आपको बाद में कॉल कर सकता हूँ क्या सर
No, that's fine. You please go ahead. You ask. Not an issue. Please go ahead, Satish. Ask.
यस सही। क्योंकि सर मेरे डाउट्स भी है, और मैं
Uh-huh.
मतलब मैंने थोड़ी मेरी क्वेरीज भी थी, और मैं आपको
Mhm.
बाद में मतलब मतलब टीच भी कर मतलब कर मतलब उसमें पूछ भी सकता हूँ सर।
Ah, sure, sure, sure. And one more thing. Even if the course is completed, it's over. I know a few of the participants who has joined are from a previous batch. They know this. Even if the class is over, your batch is over. And if you have any doubt, you're working on assignment or you're working in project, if you are stuck somewhere, your query is not working, you're getting error message, you can ask us. It's not like the
यस
course
सर।
is over, the interaction is over. Okay, no. You have full freedom to
सर
ask
मैं
question at any
क्योंकि
point of time.
सर मैं
Hmm.
क्लास ज्वाइन करने वाला हूँ ये, और
Mhm.
अभिषेक सर से मेरी बात भी हो चुकी है, और
Mhm.
मतलब वो अभिषेक सर ने जैसा कहा है ना, वो मैं
Mhm.
पहले मुझे एसक्यूएल ही पढ़ रहा है, क्योंकि मैंने सीधा
Mhm.
जंप ना सर अपने डेटाब्रिक्स पे जंप किया था। पर अभी
Mhm.
मैं ना स्टार्टिंग में सीक्वल ज्वाइन करना चाहता हूँ सर, क्योंकि मेरा
Mhm.
सीक्वल उतना स्ट्रांग नहीं है, और मैंने अभी
Mhm.
पिछले 2 साल से ना सर उसमें प्रैक्टिस भी नहीं की है
Mhm.
सर।
Okay, okay,
हाँ
fine.
मुझे
So,
सीख
hmm. ठीक है, I got your
हाँ मुझे
concern,
वन
Satish.
टू सर
Hmm.
मुझे 1 to 1 आपसे मतलब सर थोड़ी बात करनी थी सर, हम कर सकते हैं क्या
ठीक है,
सर
see,
क्लास एंड
sure,
होने के
sure.
बाद?
These are our contact numbers. You can connect on this, okay, and we will help you. Not an issue. Even if you have some personal question or personal career guidance, we will help you. Not an issue, Satish. Okay. So
यस सर।
one
सर
thing I
आपका
want
नंबर
to
कौन
highlight.
सा है सर?
You can dial on any of these numbers. Okay. ठीक है. So this is our accounts and
यस सर।
admin team number. They will route that query to me. Not an issue. Okay.
यस सर मैं।
So, see, one more thing I want to tell you here, those who are directly jumping into data analyst, data engineer, or data bricks or Snowflake without learning SQL, you will struggle there. Okay, so that is where first of all, you all have to learn SQL. Then you can proceed further to any other language or any other tool. Okay. So Ankit is asking, I have basic knowledge in MySQL and I want to know that any differences of MySQL and SQL. Okay, let me answer that question, Ankit. See, actually, we have different databases. Okay. Like how we have different car manufacturing company. We have BMW, we have Mercedes, we have Toyota, we have Hyundai, right? They all are car manufacturing company. Similarly, we have different databases. From Oracle, we have a database which is known as Oracle SQL Developer. Okay. And from Microsoft, we have a database which is known as Microsoft SQL Server. This is also known as SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. Then we have Snowflake, we have Nitiza, we have Teradata, we have Postgres, we have Azure SQL DB. So these are the different databases which we have. During this course, I'll be mostly teaching you on Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle SQL Developer, or maybe sometime on Snowflake. Okay. But it doesn't mean, suppose if you are working on Postgres, so it will not work. No. Whatever I'll be teaching you in this course, maybe on Microsoft SQL Server, so same piece of code you can run, you can execute anywhere. Okay. So it's not like I'm teaching you on Microsoft SQL Server. This is the database, which I will explain you at a later point of time. I will show you how to download and all those things. So the code which I'll be running on this, the same code you can execute on any of this platform. So please don't be under the impression, okay, sir, you are teaching us on this SSMS Microsoft, but in my company I'm working on a Snowflake. No. See, if you know how to ride a car, you can ride car of any company, right? Suppose I have a car of Toyota and I know how to ride a car. I can ride car of any other company, right? So that is what. If you know how to write a SQL query, then you can run the query, you can write your query, you can write the logic on any of this database, it will work. Okay. Manjunath is asking, are you not covering stored procedures triggers? No, Manjunath, these are covered in PLSQL. We don't cover this in this SQL topic. So if you are interested for that, you can connect with us separately. Tushar is asking, send this PDF. Yeah, Tushar, we will share the syllabus after the class. And I think it has been already shared, but again, we will share it, not an issue. Okay. Any other question, anyone? Please go ahead and ask if you have any question. Okay, I think all good. What are the
Sir,
topics covered here? Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, sir, I have one doubt. Actually,
Hmm.
I completed my graduation in 2015. Actually, um, I completed this training. So they ask some like PF account. So those type of documents. Is it possible?
PF accounts.
Yeah, yeah.
We
PF
can't help in
account.
that, Nagaraj. That is something different. You can connect with us after the class. That is something different thing you're talking about. It has nothing to do with SQL.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Actually, it's a
Hmm.
10 years of gap, sir. Actually, um, if I completed this training,
That's what
so
I'm
uh,
telling. Sorry to interrupt, Nagaraju. This is something personal question. You connect with me after the class. I will guide you how to handle it.
yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So this is the syllabus. I think Ayub is asking about the syllabus. So Ayub, this is the syllabus. So here we will start from the scratch and we'll be covering all the advanced topic of SQL, which is more than enough to crack these job profiles. Okay. How about partition and clustering? Partition will be covered, but clustering is not a part of this. What about the course fees and where we have to pay it? This is the course fees, 6,000 rupees. And I think you see, these are the contact numbers. You can connect on these numbers and everything is getting recorded. We will share the recording of today's class after the class. So you can connect on any of these numbers regarding payment or if you have any other question. Please make the demo class for YouTube. Yeah, the demo class will be uploaded on YouTube only. Okay, but the regular classes will be on Google Drive. Fine then, let me start. Okay, and if you have any other question, you can ask in between. Okay, so fine then, let me explain you something about it. So first of all, the question is, okay, why SQL? Okay, and why we have to learn SQL, and why SQL is a mandatory skill in IT industry these days. See, any company owner, okay, they want to understand how the business is performing, but how they will understand? Until and unless they don't have access to the data, they cannot understand how the business is performing, right? As for example, in our academy, we have many courses, right? So, as an owner of this academy, we have to understand that how many students are joining each and every class, each and every course, right? How much revenue we are earning, how much we are paying taxes, how much we are paying salary, how much we are paying license fees, what is the net revenue, what is the gross revenue, right? Similarly, the big businesses, okay, like Amazon or any other business, e-commerce business or any other business, if they want to understand how the business is performing, so everything is hidden behind data, right? So for that, first of all, they have to load their business transactional data. And then whatever information they want, suppose the client wants to know, let's say the total revenue in 2025 in quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. Okay. Suppose my client told me, okay, show me the quarter wise revenue for 2025 and tell me whether the revenue is increasing, decreasing, or how is the trend. So if I don't have access to data, so how I can fetch that information, right? And if I'm not able to fetch that information, how the client, the stakeholders, or the business owners will understand that how the business is performing. So that's why, first of all, we have to save or store the business transactional data. So SQL language, which stands for structured query language, will help me to load my business data. Okay. And then once the data is loaded, then I can write the SQL queries to fetch the data as per my client requirement. As for example, I told you my client is asking, "Okay, I want quarterly revenue data for 2025." Or suppose the client is asking, show me the total revenue department wise or maybe region wise, right? Or any such other metrics if they want me to derive. So first of all, we have to store the data, right? So that is why SQL language is very important these days in IT industry because SQL is the one with the help of which you can play with the data. If I'm telling play with the data, it means you can save data, you can store data, you can fetch data, you can manipulate data, you can transform data, you can create reports. Okay, that's why you go for any job profile which is related to data, like data analyst, data engineer, okay, SQL or ETL developer, machine learning engineer, or ETL tester, business analyst, business intelligence, all these job profiles. If you don't know SQL, you cannot survive there. Okay. So, first of all, we have to learn how to store the data. So, to store the data, we need a table. If someone will ask, what is a table? So, you have to tell, table is an object where we can store data. It's exactly same like suppose if you want to stay or you are transferred somewhere or you're going somewhere for vacation. So you have to search for a house. So you have to search for a hotel because you want to stay there, right? So exactly we have table in the world of database. So table is something where we can store data. As for example, suppose I have a customer table. In this customer table, I have customer ID, I have customer name, product, price. Okay. So suppose customer ID is one, customer name is John, product is laptop, and let's say price is 60,000. I have another customer too, name is Tom, and let's say Tom has purchased a mobile for let's say 30,000. Okay. Then I have another customer three whose name is Sarah. Sarah has purchased a purse for let's say 5,000. Okay. So this is how we store data in a table. But here I have stored this on an Excel sheet, right? But Excel has a certain limitation. Can you store 10 million records in an Excel sheet? Not possible, right? I think hardly you can store 1 million rows in an Excel sheet. Okay. So Excel has certain limitation. But like how many transactions are happening on a daily basis on, let's say, Amazon, or how many videos are getting uploaded on YouTube, or how many transactions are happening on any other e-commerce platform. So transactions are happening in millions. So that is why we need a database because there we can store any amount of data. And further, if I want to fetch the data as per the requirement of my client, I can write the SQL queries. Okay. So this is Microsoft SQL Server Platform. We have a link which I will show you okay, how to
Sir,
download
kindly
it.
repeat it, sir. Sir, kindly repeat it. My humble
And,
request.
which one you want me to repeat? Tell me, please.
This from beginning, sir. Because I'm a
Okay.
non-techie, I'm getting difficult.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Let me repeat. See,
And go
this is
little slow, sir.
okay. Okay. Sure. This is a customer table. Okay. So what is the table? A table is something where you can store data. Now, in this customer table, I have these are known as columns. These are also known as fields. Okay. It is also known as attribute. Okay. So you can call them columns or fields or attributes. So if someone will ask me how many columns we have in this customer table, so we have four columns, but there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. In a table, you can have 100 columns, you can have 50 columns, or even you can create a table with a single column that is also allowed. But there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. Okay. So these are known as columns. These are also known as fields. These are also known as attributes. Now, this is known as record. This is first record. This is second record. This is third record. So this is known as record. It is also known as rows. Okay. So in this customer table, I have four columns and I have three rows. Again, what do you think? Is there any restriction on the number of rows in a table? What is your thought? Is there any restriction on it, or we can store any number of rows in a table? Any thought, any idea, anyone? What do you think? No, there is no restriction on the number of rows in a table. You can have any number of rows in a table. You can create a table only with one row, that is also allowed. You can create a table with 1000 million rows, that is also allowed. So it purely depends on your business transactional data. Accordingly, you can store any number of rows or records in a table. You can have any number of columns in a table. Okay. So what I taught you so far, we need table to store data. As for example, suppose here the table name is customer. The name of a table can be anything. You can create a table with the name customer, with the name product, with the name orders, with the name profit, revenue, sales, tax, salary, employee, any name. In project, this name will be given by client, and that will be written in a document which is known as FRD, Functional Requirement Document. In that document, business analyst will write what should be the name of a table, and the same table you have to create. These are the columns. Here we have four columns in this table. Cust ID, that is customer ID, is one column. Customer name is another column. Product is another column. Price is another column. Here I have four columns in this table, but there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. Suppose my client told me, "Hey, I want one more column. Let's say mode of payment." So I can add one more column, mode of payment. Suppose client asks me, "Hey, I want one more column like location." What is the location of this customer? What is the contact detail, email ID, age, gender? So you can keep on adding the columns. So there is no restriction to it. Okay. This is clear. Any questions so far, anyone? Any question? All good? Okay. So on this Excel sheet, I created this table and I have this records. So now same thing, I will show you how you can create on a database. Here in this course, mostly I'll be teaching you on this database, which is Microsoft SQL Server. This is from Microsoft, and this is the free version which I'm showing you. How to download it? We have a recording, proper recording of it. I will share that with you. So after the class, that link will be shared with you. You can try to download on your laptop, and it's very simple. You can download it easily. In case if you're facing any problem while downloading, you can share the screenshot or connect with us in the WhatsApp group, the group which we have created. Okay. So this is the database, how to download it, everything will be shared with you. So now in this database, I will explain you how you can create this customer table. Whenever you want to create a table, first of all, you have to write create. The moment you will write create, sorry, SQL engine will understand that the user wants to create something. So what you want to create here? Table. So you have to write create table. From this, the SQL engine will understand that the user wants to create a table because it is not only table which you can create in a database. You can also create views, which is separate thing. So after create, you have to write what exactly you want. It's exactly same like suppose you are in a restaurant. So if you're just sitting there, how the waiter will understand what you want? Until and unless you will not tell what you want, he will not understand. So similarly, you have to tell to the database that what you want to create. I want to create a table. Then you have to give the table name. So I want to create a table with the name customer, right? So I'm giving the name customer here. Got it? Any questions so far? How is the pace? Am I going too fast or is it too slow or is it okay?
No, sir, there is a fundamental question.
Hmm.
Creating table is the first stage, I understand. But
Mhm.
where to go for that? The file you have opened is a SQL.
This is a SQL Server database. Okay, I will share the link with you. How to
Yeah,
download it. Okay, you have to go through the link and then you can download it. And then you can write the
oh,
queries. Everything is mentioned because if
okay.
I will start explaining that process here, no, that will kill time. Okay,
Thank
so
you,
that
sir.
is why
Thank you.
we have created a recording of it. And it's a very simple step. Okay, just you have to go to Google
Thank
Chrome or any other. You have to type pre-download Microsoft SQL Server. You have to download it from there and then you have to install. But each and everything we have
thank you.
mentioned in the steps. You can go through that. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very good.
No, no problem. No problem. So, okay. Any other question, anyone? Okay. Now then you have to give the bracket here. And within this bracket, you have to mention the columns. So I want these four columns. So you have to mention the columns here. Okay. Cust ID, cust name, product, price. You have to mention these four columns. So SQL engine will understand that the user wants to create a customer table with these four columns. And these columns has to be separated by comma. It is mandatory. Otherwise, it will throw error message. Any programming language, although SQL is not a programming language, it's a query language. Any programming language or query language, if you are not following the syntax, the rules and regulations, it will throw error message. Okay, so you have to be very careful. So here I am telling to the SQL engine, I want to create a customer table with these columns. Then you have to tell to the SQL engine about the data type. Data type means what type of data you want to insert in these columns. As for example, suppose if I'm organizing a party, okay, so it is not like I can make an arrangement of non-veg for everyone, or I can make an arrangement of veg for everyone, right? I have to understand the taste of my guests, and accordingly, I have to make the food arrangements. So similarly, you have to tell to the SQL engine what type of data you want to store in these columns. As for example, in the customer ID, what you are storing. numbers or integers. These are integers, right? So here you have to mention integer, that is int. The moment you will write int, the SQL engine will understand that you want to store numbers here or integers, and it is mandatory. It's mandatory. Then cust name, that is customer name. In customer name, what I'm storing? Alphabets. So if you are storing alphabets, you have to write the data type as varchar and give it a size, let's say 50. You can give the size 50, 60, 100, 10, 5, anything. This size means the number of characters, the maximum number of characters which can be stored. Suppose if I will give the size 5, so it means maximum 5 characters I can store in customer name, not more than that. So suppose if the customer name is John Ju, so it is having 4 plus 1 blank 5 plus 3 8 characters. So then this will not be accepted here because it can accept maximum 5 characters. Okay. So you have to give here 50. So 50 means it can accept 50 characters. Okay. Then product. What you have in product? You again has alphabet in product. So then you have to write here varchar 50. So remember, whenever you are storing alphabets or alphanumeric, then it should be varchar. And if it is number, like here again, if you see price, this is number. So you just have to write int. Okay. So in data type, I have taught you about int and varchar, but we have many other data type as well, like char, float, date, timestamp. Okay. We'll discuss all those things one by one. Okay. So the summary is whenever you want to store number in a column, the data type should be int. And if you want to store alphabets, the data type should be var. Any question so far? All good? Okay. Then you have to give a semicolon here and select this code. Then here, can you see this execute button? Is it visible? Execute button. So then you have to click on it. Okay. I'm
Sir,
going to click it. Yeah. Yeah,
sir,
madam.
actually, uh, we enter customer name, voucher, product name. So, customer ID and price are only INT. So,
Hmm.
how it's possible, sir? I didn't understand. I think like only numbers are giving
See,
integration.
I repeat,
Okay.
I repeat. The columns
Yeah.
which has numbers in this customer table, which column have numbers?
Customer ID and price.
Correct. Customer ID and price, right?
Price.
So they are integer. So that is why here customer ID I have marked it as integer and price I marked it as integer. Okay. Customer
Okay.
name and product, if you see this table, they have alphabets, right? So that is
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
I have marked it as varchar. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then you select this and click on execute button. Now, when I click on execute button, I am getting one error message. There is already an object named customer in the database. The reason for this error message is it is not allowed to create more than one table with the same name. Understood? You cannot create more than one table with the same name in the database. So actually in this database already We have a table with the name customer someone has created. So you could see here, there is a table customer. You could see here, no? See here. So it is not allowed to again create a table with the same name. That is why SQL engine has thrown this error message. We will not create a new table again with the same name customer because this table already exists in the database. Is this clear why this has thrown this error message? Okay. So now how to solve this problem? So you have to delete this table which was already created. Then only you can create a new table with the same customer name. Then only it is allowed. Hope this is clear. Now, how to delete it? But in the project, it is not that much simple. You can go and delete any table. For that, you have to drop an email to the client. Okay, I want to delete this table. You have to check with your manager. You have to check with your architect. You have to get the permission. Then only you can delete. Because these tables may be having confidential data or important transactional data. So if you will delete it, you will lose those transactional data. That is why it is not that much straightforward. You can delete any table as per your own wish. Suppose your manager allowed, okay, you can delete the table. So to delete the table, you have to write drop table and then the table name. So this is the syntax to delete a table. Now, how this works? So if let me show you the syllabus again. If you see this syllabus, uh, see, we have here difference between delete, drop, and truncate. Okay, so we will discuss in detail how this drop works at a later point of time. So as of now, just understand that whenever you want to delete a table from the database, you have to execute this query drop table customer. So this script will permanently delete the customer table from the database. So see, now you could see the customer table is written here now. So once I will execute this you will not find this again. Okay, let's see, I'm executing it. Command completed successfully. It means it has been executed. So now when I will refresh here, no, let me refresh this. Okay, now do you have customer table here? You don't have. This is customer details and this is customers. It has S at the end, so this is different. So customer table is permanently deleted from the database. So now if I will execute this query, so now the SQL engine will allow me. Okay, now you can create a customer table because now we don't have any table with the name customer in the database. So I'm executing it now. Now see, command completed successfully. It means this table has been created in the database. So again, when I will refresh this now you will see the customer table here. See, let me refresh it. See, now you have the customer table back. Is this clear? Is it making sense? Any question?
Yes, why it's creating as DBO dot only?
Good question. This DBO is the schema. We'll discuss in detail at a later point of time. What is this schema? So please ignore it as of now. We'll distract from the topic. But yes, this is schema. Okay. Sometime you will see something like this. STG dot customer. So it means this table is in a stage schema. Okay. So that's the reason. Okay. Any other question? Fine. Now we created the table. What next? The next step is now to insert the data in this table. Like you constructed a house. So what you will do next? You will start staying there, right? So the next thing is to store data in this customer table. So to store data, you have to write insert into customer. It means you want to store something in this customer table. What you want to store? I want to store values. Which values you want to store? So I have mentioned here the values, no? See, this is my first row. So I will copy it and within bracket, you directly write it here. But here as well, these values should be separated by comma. 1, comma John, comma laptop, comma 60,000. So these values has to be separated by comma. This is mandatory. Then second important point, these values has to be strictly in the same sequence of these columns. Like first you have customer ID, then you have customer name, then you have product, then you have price. So similarly here, first should be customer ID, then should be customer name, then product, then price. You cannot shuffle it. You cannot keep the price first and then customer ID. It will throw error. So these are the some basic rules which you have to remember. And we will do this n number of times, so automatically you will remember all those things. So you don't have to remember like by heart anything here. Okay. Second point, the columns which are of var data type, those columns has to be in inverted quotes. Like cust name is var. So this John is the customer name. So you have to keep it in inverted quotes. It's mandatory. Okay. Laptop has to be in inverted quotes. It is mandatory. That's it. Then give semicolon at the end and then select it and click on the execute button. That's all. One row affected, it means one row has been inserted in this customer table. Now, if you want to verify, show me what is the proof if this record or this row has been saved or loaded into this customer table. What is the proof? So what you can do if you want to display the data which has been saved in this customer table, you have to write select. Select means to display. You have to understand the meaning of each and every keyword. Select means to display. So I want to display data from this customer table. So in this customer table, you have customer ID, you have customer name, you have product, you have price. So mention the column names and then write from. It means from where you want to display this. What is the address? So address is customer. It means these columns are present in the customer table from where I want to display the data. Okay. So now select it and click on this execute. Now see you're getting this output. One, John, laptop, 60,000. This is the record you have inserted right now. So this is the proof that this record has been inserted in this customer table. So far we have studied how to create a table, how to insert a data, how to delete a previously created table, then how to display the data which is present in a table. Okay. Any question? Any questions so far? Okay, no question. Similarly, if you want to insert the second record was, I think, to Tom Mobile, I think 30,000. I don't know what is the exact value. Anyway, I'm assuming 30,000. And the next was Sarah. We Sarah was 3,000. So you can also do one thing. You can select to insert script at a time and click on execute. So two rows will be inserted in one row. So you're getting one row affected, one row affected. It means two records have been inserted. So now total I have three records in this customer table. Okay. And again, if you want proof, okay, show me all the three records. So you select it and click on the execute button. Now see, you're getting all the three rows. Okay. And suppose your client is telling, okay, don't show me customer ID, just show me customer name and product. Okay. Then what you have to do, copy this, remove it from here. In select, just keep customer name and product. See, it is not mandatory every time you have to display all the columns. Now your client is interested only in customer name and product. Maybe client is not interested in customer ID and price. Okay. So then you keep only customer name and product in select. So select is your playground. Whatever you want to display, you keep those columns in select. Only those columns will be displayed. So now see, I'm executing this query. I'm getting only customer name and product, right? Yeah, any questions, Siddiq?
Yeah, actually, just wanted to know when you had started talking about select. Usually in
Hmm.
data analysis and reporting and MIS, I have seen we only use select queries,
Hmm.
right, sir?
Hmm. Do you select queries? Yeah.
Yeah, it is
What
that is the only thing which we usually play around, right?
I totally agree. Generally, in the at the reporting side, because you have to display data to the client or you have to play reports. So generally, you play around select only because this is how you can fetch data. And 99% of the cases, you will play with select only because select is the one which will display the data or fetch the data as per the client requirement. So that is why
Right.
you see, if I will show you my previous batch workbook, see, select. I will pick any date, select. This I think I was teaching about aggregate function. Select. I written this query, I got this output. Or any other date. Select. This is joins. I've written this query, I got this output. So everything will be around select only. You're right.
That answers my question, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So select is your playground. Whatever you want to display, you keep those columns in select. Okay. And also here you can shuffle the sequence. Suppose the client is telling, okay, here show me the product first and then the customer name. So here you have that freedom. You can shuffle it. See, I will show you that. So here you can write product first and then customer name. So this is allowed. I'm executing it. I'm getting the output product first, then customer name. So that is why I told you select is your playground. You can play here whatever you want. You want to show all the columns, keep all the columns. You want to show only two columns, you keep two columns. You want to change the sequence of it, you can change the sequence. Or suppose you want to show only price. So write only price. Select price alone from customer. So this will show only price. You want to show product and price. So you keep product here. It will show product and price. I'm getting product and price. Now, suppose you can ask one question here. Okay, in this customer table, you have only four columns and you have written four columns here. But suppose I'm working in a project and I have, let's say, 100 columns in my table, and my client is telling to show all the 100 columns data. So one by one, if I will write all the 100 columns, it is very tedious task and it will take good amount of time. So what to do? In that case, what you can do, you can write select star from custom. This is the shortcut. This is the shortcut. So a star means all the columns. The moment you will write a star, SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants all the columns from the customer table. Now you don't have to write each and every column one by one. It is not needed. Okay. So now see, I'm executing this query. I'm getting all the columns automatically. So that's the shortcut. Okay. Any question?
Just wanted to know, like, if this
Hmm.
session will be, I mean, the ongoing training will be the same question answerable, same kind of scenarios, like it will be in the same way how we are teaching now, or it
Yeah.
will be a recorded
No, 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 it will be live only. Live only.
like,
This is
okay,
my 42nd batch. Okay. I'm
okay,
teaching for the last 5 years. Okay. So it
okay.
will be exactly same thing. And interactive session, you have full freedom to ask. And I strongly recommend everyone to make the session interactive. Ask me question so that it will be more interesting for me as well. Okay. Now, suppose here I have stored this data into my customer table. Okay. This is the data. Now, suppose my client is telling me, hey, I don't want to see all this data. Show me only those records where the customer has purchased mobile. Suppose if I consider today's transaction on Amazon, so many people would have purchased mobile, right? And suppose Jeff Bezos is asking to show me only those transactions where the customers has purchased mobile. Okay, maybe he wants to do some analysis on mobile, okay, how many mobiles were sold, which brand mobile were sold the most, how much total revenue he earned today based on mobile only, right? So he's asking to show me all the transactions of only mobile. Okay, so it means we have to apply filter. Like suppose if you want to buy a AC, so what you will go? You will you will log into Amazon or Flipkart or any other platform, and then you will apply filter. You want to buy AC. Then capacity. Suppose you want to buy 1.5 ton, then you will apply filter 1.5 ton, right? Or if you have uh, any specific brand, then you will apply filter on brand, correct? The same filter we have in SQL as well. Suppose you want to book a flight ticket. What you do? You apply filter, no? You select a source, you select a destination, number of passengers, right? When you want to travel. So what actually you're doing there? You're applying filter. So exactly same filter we have here in the world of SQL as well. So in the world of SQL, if you want to apply filter, you have to write where keyword is used to apply filter. So you have to understand the meaning of each and every keyword. What is the task of select? What is the task of where? What is the task of insert? What is the task of drop? What is the task of create? Okay. Now, on which column I have to apply filter? Can you tell me? My client asked me to show the mobile only. So which column I should apply filter? Should I apply filter on customer ID, customer name, product or price? Which column? Tell me. Any idea, any guess? Product column. Because mobile is present in the product column, no? So I have to apply filter on the product column. So I will write where product. The moment I will write where product, SQL engine will understand that I want to apply filter on product column. Now, which value I want to filter? I want to
Mobile.
filter mobile, so I have to write mobile. Now see, I'm executing this query. This is your query, and this is the output. So do you think this is the correct output? Is this the correct output? I'm getting mobile only, right? This is what the client has asked. You show me only the product which is related to mobile. I'm showing only mobile now. Now, how this query is getting executed at the backend? Let's try to understand. And that is the main agenda of this training course. It's not like I will write a query and I will show you the output and you will think, oh, it's over. No. You have to understand how this query is getting executed at the backend. Backend means when I click on this execute, then what is happening at the backend? Like when you're driving a car, you will switch it on, you will press on the clutch, you'll be having a first gear, and then you will release you'll press on the accelerator. But something is happening at the engine level, right? You have pistons and all those things, correct? So same way, when you execute a query, what happens at the backend? So when I click on execute, first of all, the SQL engine will check the syntax. So this is known as syntax check. It means your SQL engine will check that the query which you have written, is it following the rules and regulations of SQL? As for example, suppose same query. I will write this in this way. I will keep this from customer at the end. See, this query and this query has the exact same content, right? But what I have done here, I kept this from at the last, at the end. That's it. See, now I'm executing this. It is throwing error, incorrect sentence. The SQL engine is telling me that this is incorrect syntax. It is not allowed because I kept this from customer at the end. This was supposed to be kept after select star. So it means here I am not following the syntax or the rules and regulations of SQL engine. That is why it has thrown error. So that's why I told you when you click on this execute, the SQL engine will first of all check the syntax. Are you following the syntax or not? Is this clear? Okay. If the syntax is correct, then it will check the semantics. Semantics means, suppose in this query, syntax is correct. But suppose I have written the table here, employee. Now I'm executing this query. Now see, it has thrown error, invalid object name employee. Because we have not created the employee table, we don't have the employee table. That is why SQL engine is telling, sorry, this is invalid. You don't have the employee table. Then how I can give you the data? So that is known as semantics check. It means the table name or the column name which you have given, that should be correct. So that this is the second check. Is this clear? Is it making sense? Are you all able to understand? Okay. Now, so if syntax is correct, semantics is correct, then what will happen? As for example, in this query, syntax is correct, semantics is also correct because the table name, column name, everything is correct. After that, what happens? That I will explain you now. See, so in this query, any SQL query follows this order of execution. This is known as SQL order of execution. And this is very commonly asked question in interview. Very commonly asked. They will ask you what is SQL order of execution. SQL order of execution means how your SQL engine executes your query. So here, if you will see in this order of execution, first of all, we have from keyword. It means first of all, from is executed. So in this query, first of all, from will be executed. That is from customer. So we will take, so engine will understand that the user wants data from the customer table. So then your SQL engine will start searching the customer table in the database. Because in a database, you can have a lot of tables. So it will start searching the customer table. Then the SQL engine will take a copy of it and it will keep it in the temporary memory. Once from is completed, then what you have after from? You have join. But do we have join in this query? We don't have, so it will be skipped. Then you have where. So then where will be executed. Now what is the task of where? Where is used to apply filter. So now in this query, where will be executed and where is used to apply filter. Okay. So then SQL engine will see a user has mentioned product in where it means user wants to apply filter on the product column. Then SQL engine will highlight this key. Okay, here I have to apply filter. Okay. And in this column, which value I want to filter? Mobile. Okay. So now what SQL engine will do, and this all things will happen at the back end, it will not be visible to you. But each and every query, you have to understand like this key, what is happening at the back end, which command will be executed first, then which command will be executed next, and all those things. So now the SQL engine will apply filter on the product column for the value mobile. So it will start searching mobile here. So it will start searching one by one. So is this record mobile? No, this is laptop. I'm searching for mobile. So I don't want this record. So this will be rejected. Then engine will go to the next row. What is this? This is also mobile. What you are searching? Mobile.
Mobile.
So this mobile will be selected. Then next row, what you have? You have purse.
Purse.
And what I was searching here? Mobile. So this purse will be selected or rejected?
Rejected.
Rejected. This will also be rejected. So this is how filter is applied. Then after where you have group by, so we don't have group by in this query. Then you have having, we don't have having in this query. Then we have select. Now what is the task of select? What I taught you? Select is to display the data. Now
Data.
after select, what I have written? A star. A star means all the columns. It means I want to display all the columns. So engine will copy all these columns along with the selected row. So this row has been selected. Finally, it will display this row. And that is what will be shown at the output. So this is how your SQL query, this is executed at the backend, and then you are getting the output. And this is what you have to learn in this course. You should not only stick to this, ki, okay, I executed this query, this is the output, that's it. No, you should know what is happening at the backend, how each and every step is getting executed. Okay, so fine then. I will stop here. We have the regular class from Monday. Okay, and as I have shown you, this is the syllabus. We'll start from scratch. That how I covered today. Okay, and this will take around 40 to 45 hours. Okay, and I
Sorry
think
for interruption.
just 1 minute. Let me
This is
complete. Hold on,
Shashank.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me
Okay.
complete. And this is the contact details. If you have any question, any clarification, where to make the payment, you can connect on any one of these numbers. Okay. And I have shared the other details as well. The class timing will be Monday to Friday, 7 to 8. And this is the course fees. Yeah. Recording will be shared with you. Today's recording will be uploaded shortly. It will be shared with you. And whatever I have coded, all these things will be shared with you. Now, please go ahead if you have any question. Yes, Susan, please go ahead.
Yes, sir, Shashank. Yeah,
Ah,
sir, sorry for interruption. I
hmm,
had sent a query to you. Kindly
hmm,
address that query. I have got some difficulties to join this batch because I'm
hmm,
a retired person and it's a month end. You understand
hmm.
the difficulties of financial limitations of retired people. I am very
Okay, no issues.
passionate to
We'll,
learn it.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
Uh,
We'll do
Kindly tell
something,
your
not an
support
issue.
team,
That's a personal request. We will do something, not an issue, Susan. You
sir,
connect with
I'll
the
be
number which I
grateful
have
to
shown there.
you.
Ah, sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
because
I
sir, at
think
the
you were
age
in
of
the
68,
Python. I know all those
yeah,
things, Susan. You were in the Python batch as well. We have made the same request. So please,
yeah,
you connect on the number. We will address you. It's not an issue. Don't worry.
yeah, I'm giving in the chat my number.
Sure, 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 sure. Any
Thank
other
you.
question, anyone? No problem. Okay,
Yeah,
Surya
I
is telling it is. Yeah, please tell me.
So, sir, at the same time, will you also help us creating the projects on SQL to display?
Ah, See, one thing I want to tell you
Mm-hmm.
here, like whatever topics I'll be teaching you, okay, the syllabus, whatever I have mentioned. First of all, everything I will explain you based on my real-time project examples only. If I'm teaching you joins, I will explain you where this is used in project. Okay. If you're asking, do you have an end-to-end project? So see, based on SQL only, you cannot have an end-to-end project. Okay. If you are doing data analyst course, so there we can give you an end-to-end project of 5 hours. We have that. Okay. But in SQL, when I'm teaching you each and every topic, like today when I taught you where, I told you that client will ask, okay, I want to see only the mobile data. Similarly, when I will teach you rank, dense rank, or lead or lag, maybe lead and lag, I will show you one example where the client will ask you, show me the quarterly increase in revenue. So then what will happen? Oh, you will understand, ki, oh, where this particular command is used in project. Okay, so that is how we will cover. And the second
Uh,
thing, yeah,
I
please go ahead.
had this doubt is because usually when I usually work in as a MI supporting, and when I have started looking for data analysis job and business analysis job, people, I mean the HRs have been asking me, do you have any projects on GitHub, on SQL? They ask these kind of questions. So I just had a query because I am not
So
sure. Yeah.
no, you are right. I totally agree. So that is what, for that, what you can do. We have a 5 hours complete data analyst project. Okay, that you can showcase. Okay,
So
that you can
can you,
showcase. Or
yeah,
maybe I think by end of the course, you will be in a position that you can create your own project. I challenge this. If you are
okay.
attending, I'm telling this to everyone. If you're attending my classes regularly, okay,
Mhm.
so you will be in a position because we will not by heart or remember anything. Everything will be logical. So you will be in a position that you can create a project on your own. Why to copy the project from someone, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
No problem.
Also, if you
Any
can
other
share me
question?
the data analytics 5 hours, those whatever you said, the project details,
See, in
how I
data
can.
analyst, we cover SQL, Python, Power BI, and advanced Excel. Okay. So
Okay.
generally, once it is completed or once it is halfway, we share that 5 hours recording. Okay. But that is fine. Maybe you can connect with me, Siddiq, after the class. We can
Yeah,
discuss on
sure.
it. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you.
Mhm. No problem. Any other question, anyone? Okay. No questions. I think all good. So fine then. We will share the recording and this is the contact details I've already shared. I'm sharing it again. So if you have any question, you can connect with us. So thanks a lot everyone for joining. Hope you would have found the session interactive and interesting. So we'll connect. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, it was really an interactive session, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the
Yeah.
compliment. Thank you.